How'd you like that?
Very nice. Love it.
I don't know why it reminds me of Jeff Beck. It just kind of does, you know, a little Jeff Beckish. Well, you got a really nice Les Paul on your knee there, Tari.
Beautiful.
How about playing it for us for a little bit?
Okay, we'll try for warm up there.
Very nice. Very nice, Terry. That was very nice.
Thank you.
Now, you've heard of Frank Gambale, right?
Yes.
Guitarist. And you've heard of Alan Holdsworth, right?
Yes,
you know I'm a
definitely.
big Alan Holdsworth fan. Well, Mike Varney, he started Shrapnel Records, and he's one of these guys that he put to work all these California Guitar Institute kids that came out, you know, playing like madmen.
Oh, absolutely.
He started a record label where he could put them all to work, and not everything that he ever did has really held up. But one piece that he did was an album called Truth in Shredding, and what that was Frank Gambale and Alan Holdsworth trading solos, and this is a song called Rocks, which I think made its first appearance on an early 11th House album. I believe it was written by Randy Brecker, and it's a classic piece of work. This is Rocks off the Truth in Shredding album. Hang on to your seats for this. This is a lot of fun.
Hey, I gotta remind you, you have to name the title of your poem regularly. You know that. Remember,
Guitar player.
this is Guitar Pro and all that stuff. Very important to always say that.
You were right. What'd you think of that?
I love it.
It's energetic,
Oh yeah.
right? Oh man. Who are some of the people that you listen to for an inspiration lately?
Lately, I've been listening to John Mayer,
Okay.
which is a young guy who writing song, and I think everybody know him. He's a very good guitarist. He has a very interesting sound in his song, so that's why I listen a lot. I also listen the Mavericks with Richard Thompson.
Oh right, sure.
I really am also a big fan of John Hyatt, which is I think is an excellent guitarist, great songwriter, and the back most of his guitarists in the back are very interesting. So
Sure.
use a lot of bottlenecks and who else I listen.
You play Bottleneck too, right?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'll try to anyway.
And I just to interrupt real quickly. I had seen John Hyatt in a video somewhere, and he had a Fender acoustic,
Yeah.
thin line acoustic. I went out and I found one of those and bought it just because he had it.
Just because he has
Yeah,
it. He's an amazing guitarist.
yeah.
Very, very good guitarist, yeah. And I also saw last year the girl who played with him once in a while. Just couldn't find it. I'm sorry. Bunny Raitt.
Oh, Bonnie Wright, sure.
And pretty amazing the way she played bottleneck. I would probably say today is one of the best bottleneck player I've seen.
Mark and I have decided something here without any input from you that you're gonna be a guest here once a month with us. And the next time you
I'm very
come,
progressive on the guitar then.
right? The next time you come, you're gonna play some Bottleneck for us.
Okay, all right.
All right, this next song I wanna play is there's a Massachusetts band and guitarist named John Finn. Actually, the John Finn Group. They just came out with their second album. Their first album is startlingly good. This song is called the Industrial Strength Hoedown Extravaganza. And this is the John Finn Group. He's got a great sense of humor. One of his songs is called If Stevie Ray Vaughan Went to Berkeley and Studied Jazz. That's the name of one of his songs. So he's got a great sense of humor. Anyway, this is the Industrial Strength Hoedown Extravaganza from his Don't Look So Serious album. a nice little cut.
That's
You know,
one, yeah.
While the mics were off, Therese agreed to learn that piece note for note
For next year, right?
for the next time that we play here.
It will be a
Can you
pleasure,
imagine?
yeah.
How many hours a day must you play? And didn't that sound like Emerson, Lake and Palmer on
Yes.
hallucinogenic mushrooms or something? You know,
Don't talk
it was
to
like-
me about mushrooms.
Not that we condone that.
we can't go there. Anyway, after that song, we really need to decompress a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece on here. I used to study classical guitar very very long time ago, and not really very seriously. But there's a lot of guitarists that really inspired me. John Williams is probably the number one. John Williams is probably my favorite classical guitarist ever. And this is one of my favorite pieces that he ever does. This is from the 1500s. This is by Alonso Modera, and it's called Fantasy. It appears on a number of different John Williams albums. This particular one is Spanish guitar music. Anyway, this will be a good way to pull us down out of that space that the hoedown extravaganza put us in. All right, this is Modera. This is a really pretty piece. Okay, that was a nice piece, wasn't it?
That was beautiful.
I tried to learn how to play that way back when, and I just didn't have any luck. I would have had to practice more than my 15 minutes a day to be able to.
That's the problem with guitar and music. You got to practice.
That's
every
true.
day.
Well, listen, we're at the end of our show.
Right.
Therese, thank you so much for coming. We're going to drag you back here
Okay.
one of these days with the
Yeah.
promise of the guitars that'll be available to you.
Yeah. Great. I just want to make a little thing. I want to actually name a French guitarist who died about 8 years ago.
Okay.
His name is Marcel Dadi, and I don't have any music from him. This guy who introduced guitar, actually the finger picking to most of the young French people like myself. He was a big fan. He actually studied with Doc Watson and
Oh, wow.
and a lot of people. And he was actually in store at the he was to the Country Hall of Fame 8 years ago, and he was coming back from Nashville, and the plane crashed in the oceans. Was a Continental, I believe. Not doing any bad publicity, but his name was Marcel Dadi, and he was an amazing guitarist and picking, and he basically showed to everybody in France and Europe how the country finger picking and guitar playing was done in this country. So
Well, that's great. Why don't we
we found it.
dedicate this show
to
to
Marcel
him?
Dadi, yes.
Okay. Hey, Therese, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And Mark, thanks for doing your engineering work. We'll see you next week.
Pleasure.
That's a wrap.